Shema Israel, Yahuwah Eloheinu, Yahuwah Eloheinu Achad. Shema Israel, Shema Israel, Yahuwah Eloheinu, Yahuwah Eloheinu Achad.
So shalom, people. I'm going to bring a lesson entitled Paul. Did he know the law, or was he speaking out the side of his mouth? Paul, did he know the law, or was he speaking out of the side of his mouth? Well, we're going to find out. Let's go see. We're going to see, did Paul know the law or not? We're going to start this off in Isaiah chapter 28, verses 9 and 10. And it reads, "Whom shall he teach knowledge?" It's a question. "And whom shall he make understand doctrine?" Question. The answer is right here. "Them that are weaned from the milk and drawn from the breast." Basically meaning those that are weaned from like basic doctrine, like 2 + 2 is 4. And you got to get into algebra to understand the law in the book. You got to get into algebra. So verse 10, it says, "For precept must be upon precept, precept upon precept." Now the word precept it didn't mean what we thought it meant early on in our learning. Precept means law. So it should be law upon law, law upon law, line upon line, here a little, there a little. And that's how you put the scriptures together. Me, myself, I personally would rather read the Torah portions because it's a lesson in that anyway. But this is how you break the Bible down. Those Christians who are going to watch this video, and that's who my lessons are targeting. The Christians who are just coming out. So I'm not targeting Israel. Israel know all this stuff already. So my target audience is those Christians and those who want to know the truth. Okay, now we got that established. Let's go see how did Paul get his understanding? Did Paul just all of a sudden just wake up and he knew the law? Let's go see. Acts 22 and verse 3. This is Paul, his own words, saying, I am truly a man which am a Jew, or Yehudim, born in Tarsus, a city in Cilicia, yet brought up in this city at the feet of Gamaliel, and taught according to the perfect manner of the law of the fathers, and was zealous towards the Most High. So we see here that Paul was taught the law by this man named Gamaliel, and he was taught the perfect manner of the law. So now let's go see who this Gamaliel person is. Let's go all the way back to Acts 5 and verse 34. All the way back to Acts 5, verse 34. So we're going to see who this Gamaliel person is. Here we go, Acts 5 and verse 34. And it reads, Then stood there up one in the council, a Pharisee, named Gamaliel, a doctor of the law, who had a reputation among all the people, and commanded to put the apostles forth a little space. So this man, Gamaliel, who taught Paul, was a doctor of the law. So now we got that established, who taught Paul, and with Paul, like us, was a man. He had to learn from someone. As the scriptures say, how can you teach except you've been taught? And how can you learn except you've been taught? And how can you teach except you've been sent? So someone had to teach Paul. And this is who taught Paul right here, Gamaliel. So now let's get into the thick of this thing right here. We're going to get at one of Paul's favorite verses. 1 Timothy chapter 2, verse 11 and 12. And this is a big one in Israel, boy. But I'm going to show you where Paul got it from. It says, Let the woman learn in silence with all subjection. Verse 12. But I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. Let's see what this to usurp authority means. It's G831. And basically it means one who with his own hands kills another or himself. Let's go back to 2. 2 says, one who acts on his own authority, autocratic. 3, an absolute master to govern, exercise dominion over one. So women are not supposed to exercise dominion over man or have authority over man. That's all this is saying. So let's go see where Paul could have got this from. So everything has to go back to the law. And this is going to be a real quick little lesson. I'm trying to keep it around 10 minutes. This is the last scripture. Maybe I got one more. But we're going to see where Paul got this from. Where a man should, be over the congregation and all that. And there's plenty more I could show you. But I'm just going to keep this short, to the point. Numbers 27 and 15 through 19. We're going to read 15 through 19. Start at verse 15. Now, this is the only place that I remember seeing where Moses actually spoke to the Most High, to get something done. In verse 15 it says, "And Moses spake unto the Most High, saying, Let the Most High, the Elohim of Israel, the Elohim of the spirits of all flesh, set a man over the congregation, which may go out before them, and which may go in before them, and which may lead them out, and which may bring them in, that the congregation of the Most High be not as sheep, which have no shepherd." So we show right here that, we are sheep, and they need a shepherd, but the shepherd is a man. Let's go down to verse 18. "And the Most High said unto Moses," so the Most High is answering Moses right here. It says, "And the Most High said unto Moses, Take you Yahshua, the son of Nun, a man in whom is the Spirit, and lay your hand upon him." Verse 19, "And set him before Eleazar the priest, and before all the congregation, and give him a charge in their sight." So right here we see where the Most High even said, put Yahshua, a man, over the congregation. Now I'm going to give you one more here, which it doesn't directly go this, but it indirectly does. And we're going to back up to Numbers 11. We're going to back up to Numbers 11, verse 16 and 17. Just going to see something right here. This is going to be it for this little nugget. Numbers 11, 16 and 17, it says, "And the Most High said unto Moses, Gather unto me 70 men of the elders of Israel, whom you knowest to be the elders of the people, and officers over them, and bring them unto the tabernacle of the congregation, that they may stand there with thee." Verse 17, "And I will come down and talk with you there, and I will take up the Spirit which is upon you, and will put it upon them," those men, "and they shall bear the burden of the people with thee, that thou bear it not by yourself alone." So there you go again. That's another little, another little witness to the, the men. So with all that, I hope you got some understanding. Shalom.